Something looked off this morning. You stood there, mirror right in front of you. Hair done the way you've done it for years, and still, something, just slightly wrong. You couldn't name it. That feeling has a name, and it is fixable. You are not someone who stopped caring. You pay attention. You try, which is exactly why this one thing, your haircut, might be quietly working against everything else you do right. Here is what nobody says out loud. The wrong cut doesn't just age your hair. It ages your face. It pulls the eye in the wrong direction. It flattens cheekbones that deserve to be seen. It can add 4 to 6 years to how you read in photographs in natural light, across a table. And it takes less than 60 seconds to identify once you know what to look for. There is one specific cut in part 3 that I see on women with genuinely stunning bone structure. And a senior stylist I spoke to told me it is the most common and the most quietly damaging mistake she corrects every single week. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women, so you get simple, proven transformations that work immediately. Today we are covering 5 haircuts that make older women look younger after 50. And by part 2, you are going to want to stop and look in the mirror. I mean it. We have 5 parts. The cut that adds instant lift, the length that frames everything, the mistake hiding in plain sight, the texture secret, and the one finished detail that changes how your face photographs. Part 4 has Part 1, the cut that adds instant lift. You know what I notice every single time I see a woman over 50 who looks genuinely radiant, not just well-groomed, genuinely radiant? It is almost never a dramatic transformation. It is almost always one specific structural decision in the way her hair is cut. One architectural choice that lifts the eye upward instead of pulling it down. And the difference is staggering. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. The retention booster right here. This is the one that a woman in a comment last month said made her call her stylist the same afternoon she watched. The cut I am talking about is a layered cut with weight removed at the jaw and below. Not a shortcut. Not a crop. A cut where the heaviness that collects at the bottom, that blunt, solid line of length, is taken away and replaced with movement. With graduation. With layers that allow the hair to fall and breathe. Here is the specific problem with heavy, blunt-ended cuts on women over 50. When the hair ends in a solid line at the jaw or just below it, the eye stops there. It follows the hair downward and stops exactly where the weight ends. Which means instead of traveling upward toward your cheekbones and eyes, the viewer's gaze is anchored low. That heaviness at the jaw is adding years. Not because of the length, but because of where the visual weight is concentrated. It is pulling your whole face down in the exact direction you do not want. The cut that undoes all. The specific swap is this, and I want you to write this down if you can. If you are currently wearing a blunt cut that ends at or below the jaw, ask your stylist for a soft layered cut with the weight removed through the mid-lengths and ends, and graduation built in at the crown. Those 3 instructions together. Not just layers.
Wect removal plus graduation plus layering.
The combination is what creates that lifted, bright effect that makes women look 4 to 6 years younger in every light. Part 2, the length that frames everything. Let me ask you something directly, because I think you already know the answer. When was the last time someone told you that going shorter was the only option after 50? That long hair belongs to younger women? That cutting it off was the modern elegant, done choice for a woman your age? I hear this constantly. And it is one of the most quietly damaging myths in the beauty conversation for women over 50. Here is the truth, and I want you to hear this specifically, because your bone structure and the way your features carry light matter here. Long hair is not aging. The wrong long hair is aging. And those are 2 completely different problems with 2 completely different solutions. The mistake is not the length. The mistake is the shape within the length. Long hair worn without structure, without layers, without graduation, without a deliberate cut that shapes it around the face, does flatten the cheekbones and lengthen the face in a way that adds years. But that is a structure problem, not a length problem. The moment you add a face framing layer, one specific layer that begins at the cheekbone and falls forward softly, everything changes. The eye is pulled up and inward toward the face. The cheekbone gets defined. The whole picture reads more alive. This is the one. Write this one down. The face framing layer is the most underused tool in styling for women over 50. Most stylists skip it because it is technically demanding to cut well. It has to be placed exactly at cheekbone level to work properly. Too high and it looks choppy. Too low and it disappears into the length. I watched a woman in a salon chair last week. Stunning bone structure, perfect posture. And she kept asking her stylist to just clean it up. She did not know she was asking for the one thing that was leaving the best part of her face invisible. One face framing layer. That was all that was missing. She left looking genuinely transformed without a single inch of length removed. The specific swap here. If you are wearing long hair without internal structure, ask for a single face framing layer placed at cheekbone level on both sides, blended softly into the length below. Combine that with light layering through the back to remove bulk, without losing length. You keep every inch. You gain the frame. The result reads as intentional, modern, and genuinely flattering in a way that blunt long hair never will. Part 3. The mistake hiding in plain sight. There is a hairstyle that has been sold to women over 50 as sophisticated, low maintenance, and flattering for years. It is on magazine covers. It is on morning television. Stylists recommend it constantly because it is easy to cut and fast to explain. And it is quietly, consistently doing more damage to the appearance of mature women than almost any other single style choice. The mushroom cut. And its close relatives, the rounded bob, the helmet shape, the cut where all the volume sits at the sides and nothing lives at the crown. This is the one the senior stylist I spoke to said she corrects more than anything else in her chair. And honestly, I wish someone had said this out loud years ago. Here is specifically what this cut is doing to your face. When the volume of the hair is concentrated at the sides, when the shape rounds outward at the ears and jaw, it visually widens that part of the face. At the same time, the crown is flat, which means there is no height, no vertical lift. The overall silhouette reads wide and low. And wide and low on a mature face adds years by pulling attention toward the jaw and away from the eyes. It is the opposite of what every flattering mature haircut should do. This one is everything. Truly. The shape you want instead is the opposite geometry. Flat at the sides. Volume and height at the crown. The silhouette should be narrower at the ears, wider at the top. Think of an inverted triangle from the top of the head downward. That shape lifts the eye, elongates the face, and draws immediate attention to your eyes and cheekbones, which is exactly where you want it. The specific swap. If your current cut rounds outward at the sides or sits in a dome or helmet shape, ask your stylist for a cut with volume redirected to the crown. Specifically requesting height at the top, close-lying sides, and a silhouette that reads taller and narrower. Use the words crown volume and close sides together. Stylists understand that language immediately. Combine it with asking for the sides to be tapered or graduated inward. The shape will transform the way your entire face reads. One practical note. Crown volume requires the right product. A light volumizing mousse applied to the roots while wet, then dried with the head tipped slightly forward, gives you the lift this shape needs. It takes 40 seconds and makes everything else work better. What I am covering in the next part. Part 4. The texture secret. Have you ever had your hair freshly done, cut, styled, everything exactly as you asked, and still felt like something was flat? Like the finish was somehow not quite alive? Not dull exactly. Just not luminous. Not the version of your hair you picture in your mind? I hear this more than almost anything else. And the answer is almost never a product issue. It is almost never a technique issue. It is a texture issue. Specifically, the absence of deliberate texture in the cut itself. Here is what most women over 50 do not know. And what nobody says plainly. Hair changes its natural texture after 50. The strand itself becomes finer in diameter. It loses some of its natural movement. And a cut designed for thicker, younger hair will sit flat on finer, mature hair every single time. Not because the cut is bad. Because it was designed for different hair. The solution is a technique called point cutting. And combined with its companion, internal texturizing, it is the single fastest way to give mature, fine hair the illusion of volume, movement, and life. Point cutting means the stylist cuts into the ends at an angle instead of straight across. Instead of a blunt edge that reflects light as one flat plane, the ends become uneven in the most beautiful way. Each strand ends at a slightly different point, which means the hair catches light differently across its width. Movement appears. Dimension appears. The hair looks alive in a way that no product can fully replicate. This one is the fix so simple it almost feels unfair. Internal texturizing takes this a step further. The specific words to use at your next appointment: point cut ends and internal texturizing through the mid-lengths. Say both. If your stylist only does one, you are getting half the result. Used together, they are the combination that transforms flat, fine, mature hair into something that looks genuinely full and alive within one appointment. Maintenance is minimal. This technique grows out gracefully and does not require frequent touch-ups to maintain the effect. A shape refresh every 10 to 12 weeks keeps it working beautifully. There is one thing about the final detail in Part 5 that nobody in this space talks about. That is next, and it is the thing that changes how you photograph. Part 5. The finished detail that changes everything. You can have the perfect cut, the right length, the ideal shape, texture built in, movement engineered from root to end, and still, in photographs, in video calls, in natural light, something is slightly off. The hair does not photograph the way it looks in person. It reads heavier, flatter, less alive. Most women blame the camera, or the lighting, or the angle. The real reason is almost always the finish. Specifically, how the ends of the hair are finished, and whether that finish is designed to absorb light or reflect it. Here is the specific problem, and it is one of the most overlooked details in all of the fix is what stylists call a feathered or dusted finish. Instead of sealing the ends flat, the stylist works a razor or point cut technique specifically at the very tips, the last 2 to 3 centimeters of the hair, to create what is essentially a soft, broken edge. Not a choppy edge. Not a damaged edge. A delicate, intentional unevenness that scatters light across the end of each strand instead of reflecting it as one flat surface. In photographs, this reads as softness. Luminosity. The hair appears lighter, airier, and more youthful. Not because the style has changed, but because the light is behaving differently at the finish. You needed to hear this. It is that specific and that powerful. The second finished detail that changes how mature hair photographs is gloss. Not product gloss, a toning gloss treatment done in the salon or at home. Silver and gray hair has extraordinary natural brilliance, but oxidation dulls it over time into a flat, ashy appearance that loses depth on camera. A clear or very lightly tinted gloss, applied every 4 to 6 weeks, seals the cuticle, amplifies the natural silver tone, and gives the hair a reflective quality that photographs as luminous and alive. It is one of the most underused tools for women over 50, and it works immediately after the first application. The specific swap. Ask your stylist to finish your next cut with a razor or point cut technique at the very tips. Name it a feathered finish or dusted ends. Then add a clear gloss treatment at the end of the appointment. Most salons offer this as a 5 to 10 minute add-on. The combination of scattered light ends and gloss amplified color is the thing that makes professionally styled mature hair look genuinely different from home-maintained hair. It is the last detail, and in photographs and on camera, it is everything. Coming up next, the one accessory mistake that adds 10 years overnight. And it is not what you would expect. You just learned 5 specific haircut decisions that most women spend years working out alone. The layered lift, the face framing length, the crown volume shape, the texture secret, and the finish that changes how you photograph. You did that in one sitting. Boom! Your bone structure was always this stunning. Now it shows. Tell me in the comments, which of these 5 haircuts were you wearing without knowing what it was doing? I read every single comment and I want to know. Next time, we are going into the one accessory mistake that quietly adds 10 years overnight. And it is not the one most people guess. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I will see you in the next one.